So I am going to do my first ever fandom on Alien. Now I remember as a kid watching Alien and it's scaring the pants right off of me. It's gave me nightmares probably for months after, but just such a classic sci-fi horror and one of the first of its kind. And such a hit it was. Um, Now it was originally released in 1979, May of 1979, which I had no idea at all that it was released so early. I figured it was released in '85, mid '80s, that kind of thing. But yeah, 1979, it grossed at the box office over 203 million, which was a huge amount back then. So it was a pretty big hit. And even though it grossed so much, it took them over 7 years before the release of the second movie in the Alien franchise called Aliens. Anyway, so give you a quick scope of the creature itself. It is, basically the parasite lives in an egg, and when a suitable host comes close, it jumps out of the egg, attaching itself to the face of its victim. So this parasite then basically um, grows the alien within inside the body of its host. It goes on for quite a while, and eventually the parasite dies and falls off, and then everybody thinking all's fine and dandy, but all of a sudden the alien decides to leave its host by tearing a hole straight through the chest of its carrier there. So I think when the alien teared itself out of the chest in the first movie there, that was probably the most classic and remembered scene in the entire movie. I mean, there was T-shirts and everything. Um, you can imagine being released about that alien tearing its way through the chest of that unsuspecting victim. Anyway, Sigourney Weaver did a phenomenal job as Ripley. Now, a fun fact for you here: when they originally wrote the screenplay, it was supposed to be a male Ripley, but they decided to put it into a female lead character. Bit of a risky move back in late '70s there, but it paid off hugely. I think Sigourney Weaver did a phenomenal job, and without her, it probably wouldn't have been such an amazing franchise that it was. They created, in the original series, they created 4 movies in total: Alien, Aliens, which came out, like I say, 1986. Alien 3 came out in 1992, and the Resurrection in '97. They did that was basically the original series that came out. Then they did a set of prequels. So there was 2 in that set. Prometheus was one of them, where the alien took the host of a different alien, another type of alien there. And Alien Covenant too. So they kind of set up for how Alien first first came to be. And yeah, so the quality of the movie back in 1979 was pretty good. I mean, you watch it today and it's still as addictive as it was, when it was first released. Obviously, I never watched it when it was first released. I was a little too young for that. But anyway, um, they even mixed Alien and Predator. Predator being the uh, classic sci-fi action movie thriller, incorporating another alien that hunts, and they mixed it in with the aliens from the Alien franchise. So they released two movies with them two mixed together there. The Alien versus Predator in 2004, as well as Aliens versus Predator Rec Requiem. No, I definitely didn't say that correctly, but anyway, you get the drift, and that was released in 2007. Um, Now, basically, to conclude my fandom here, the Alien franchise was a true sci-fi horror and spine-tingling thriller that was popular back in the day and will be as popular for decades to come. It was a phenomenal movie and set the scene for many movies like that decades before and after.